attempt mission project has been a difficult and challenging adventure, one that we worked hard to complete. We decided to find a solution to pollen allergies, because 3 out of 4 people in our group suffer from them. We spent several weeks researching on a good method to destroy pollen. When we finished researching, we settled on 3 different types of purification: corona discharge, photocatalysis, and plasma cluster ions. After much contemplation, we chose the process called photocatalysis. This works when UV light comes in contact with titanium dioxide and generates ions. Then, these ions come in contact with particles in the air and suck out all the carbon and hydrogen in them, thus effectively decomposing them. This releases harmless byproducts, namely water and carbon dioxide. After we decided on what we should work on, we began to research more on how to make the prototype itself. However, when we did this, we all wanted to do different things. So instead, we all made our own prototypes, and we would choose whichever one worked the best. The prototypes we decided to make were a sunscreen, a spray, a pocket, a clip, and a necklace. Each one of these prototypes included titanium dioxide and one form of UV light, whether it be natural or artificial. To see which one of ours was better, we had to test each of them and see which had the better results. At first, we decided to test our prototypes by checking their weights. We thought that if the pollen was destroyed by photocatalysis, then the container with not as much pollen in it as before would weigh less. However, we ran into a problem when testing. We found that all of our prototypes did not change in weight very significantly. We decided that this was not a very good way to test if photocatalysis was working. This was because of many reasons, one of which were that we didn't know if decomposed pollen weighed much less than the actual pollen. We decided to find a better method to test our prototypes. To test them, we used 2 jars. One of these jars had a prototype in it, and the other one was the control. A humidity sensor was placed in both jars. Then the prototype and the UV light was placed in one jar. We periodically checked the jars every hour to check the humidity rate in each jar. We did this for a duration of 6 hours. If the prototype jar had a higher humidity rate than the control, that would mean our process is working because photocatalysis byproducts are carbon dioxide and water. The water produced by photocatalysis produces humidity. All of our prototypes were successful because they had a higher percentage of humidity than the control jar. Although all of our prototypes worked, we found that the pocket prototype was the most effective. In the future, our prototype can be useful to people suffering from pollen allergies. It is a simple and effective way to eradicate pollen allergies.